What up, though? It's that nigga mom, man. We got. Oh, shit, hold on.
What up, though? It's that nigga mine, man. We about to react to whatever I see. And the first thing I seen was the world's dumbest criminal. So with that being said, shit, we gotta get right into this shit. Let me see. Can I clip that? Might have to record it at the same time. No, they ain't got the clipping thing. You only do that on your damn. Whatever. Yeah, we just about to watch random shit. Get off the table. Get off the table. Get off the table. Get off the table. You know what I'm saying. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, we about to look at this video here. Internet dubs her world's dumbest criminal. So we about to see how she got that moniker or this title. So Fox 5 Atlanta reporting this message. Let's see why she's the dumbest.
Big ideas don't come easy. But when you get one,
Actually, I gotta play it through the headphones. Cause if I play it through the speaker, y'all gonna hear that shit like double lapping and shit. So let me put this on the headphones. And here we go. Let's get right into it. Be right back.
We have new information on that Whataburger worker accused of stealing a customer's credit card info to pay her court fines. Police have given her a week to turn herself in, but they learned she has since fled the state. As Fox 5's Doug Evans reports, since her story hit the news, she wants a second chance to surrender.
What?
Sonoy police tell me that 25-year-old Alifa Sumter wants a do-over when it comes to turning herself in.
A do-over.
The internet has already dubbed the Whataburger worker one of the dumbest criminals after she allegedly used stolen.
He said that shit with his chest. Dumbest criminals.
Credit card information from a drive-through customer to pay her own court fines. Police say back in January, Sumter was working the drive-thru at this Noonan Whataburger. A customer reported to Sonoy police that his credit card information was used to pay $400 in fines at the Coweta County State Court Probation Office. Investigators say they simply searched whose fines got paid. They say it was Sumter, and her info revealed she worked at Whataburger. They asked the
fucking idiot, man. She bought as stupid as black youngster, paying for, the people truck that had when they got shot at young Dolph the first time when they shot the 100 rounds and shit.
Victim, if he'd been to the burger joint, they say he said yes, he had, and he later picked her out of a lineup. Coweta County took out a warrant for probation violation. Sonoy police took out felony warrants for identity theft and credit card fraud. Keep in mind, Sumter's probation was just for misdemeanor pot possession, so things have escalated significantly.
Wow.
Authorities gave her until Friday to turn herself in, but they say she didn't. On Monday, they learned she'd skipped the state.
Wow.
After her story appeared on Fox 5 and on social media, seemingly everywhere, police say she contacted them, asking to turn herself in on Wednesday.
She's taken quite a hammering on social media. She made a mistake. She's not an awful person.
Yeah.
But obviously made a bad mistake, and hopefully she'll learn from it. Am I confident she's going to turn herself in?
No.
But we'll see.
Police say they have good reason.
He want
to
to
be
fucking
skeptical,
laugh,
but
dog.
they say they also don't mind giving her another chance to do the right thing.
He want to laugh at how
Fox
stupid
5 News.
she is. And
Traditional
he like,
dropshipping
she's not a
is
bad
dead.
person.
What
She
we
just
need
made,
to do is
she's just
register
a
with
fucking
Auto.
idiot.
Yes, the quickest, easiest,
That's what he
newest,
wanted to say.
and best of all, cheapest way.
But he couldn't say that. So, yeah, let me see what else we got, man. We about to go back to the YouTube home and see what we're going to scroll down and see. See what we going to see. Drake's lawyers attack UMG. Oh, now they going at him over UMG performances? Oh shit. Let's go look at some KB Goals Live, y'all. Let's see what's going on with this shit.
I want to perform their favorite song, but y'all know they like to sue. That's what Kendrick Lamar said midway through his Super Bowl performance about Not Like Us, and then he went ahead and performed the song anyways. Since that moment, a lot of people have been waiting, have been anticipating what Drake's reaction to that would be, and a lot of people speculated that Drake would make
super suing ass bitch
mention of this in regards to his defamation case against UMG, and anybody who assumed that would be correct because Drake's lawyers just attacked UMG in a letter that they wrote to the judge in regards to this whole thing. No doubt Drake's pride has been hurt by the whole.
Then they definitely fucking up now, you know, because he trying his best not to direct the lawsuits towards Kendrick. So I don't know, nigga. Once it's a lawsuit, we don't give a fuck who name you say you sued, nigga, because you got your ass dissed. Because if it wasn't about the diss, nigga, you wouldn't have sued. You know what I'm saying, after the beef started. But you sued because Not Like Us is kicking you deep in your motherfucking anal, boy. No homo. But let's go.
Whole debacle. He claims that his business has been hurt by it, and from the very beginning I've been covering and following along with this defamation case, so of course I want to give y'all this update. And it looks like his legal battle with UMG has just taken yet another turn, this time with Drake's attorneys using the Super Bowl halftime show as a prime example of how the alleged defamation is ruining his career. Drake filed this lawsuit because he felt like,
damn, this is crazy. And like, y'all little glizzy glazing ass homos, bro. Y'all can't help this nigga, man. It don't help, dog. Y'all, Drake, anything Drake do, Drake. Y'all just glizzy glazing all day. A nigga take a picture with Kendrick, bro. He get caught up in some pedophile shit. Now y'all trying to link all that shit to him. Some niggas that work at TDE done supposedly got caught up in some sexual allegation shit, but y'all trying to link that shit to Kendrick. This big ass L that's hovering over Drake, y'all still trying to have that bitch dodge this nigga. He gotta hold that shit.
UMG did everything in their power to make Not Like Us a massive hit. Although, if you ask me, nobody has done more to promote that record than Drake himself. Obviously, the lawsuit was filed before Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl. So after his performance, everybody has been waiting to see if Drake and his legal team respond to it. And they have. Like I said, they wrote a letter to the judge that they filed on Monday, the 24th of February. And in this letter, they clapped back at UMG after UMG claimed that Drake and his team were preparing.
I heard this nigga concert got canceled too, so let me see something real quick. I'm about to go to Google real quick. Drake concert. Anita Max. Anita Max Win tour. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, see? Scheduling conflict. Nah, nigga. Yeah. Taking L after L. And all of a sudden, when this shit, you know, get fucked up, now you going back to suing Kendrick. Like, bro, you need to really focus on your music, bro. Because how you come out with a fucking album about bitches, but you still dissing? You still sneak dissing and shit, dog. That's what got you fucked up in the first place. So let's continue.
Key allegations from their lawsuit. So on Friday, February 21st, last week, the lawyer for UMG asked for a pre-trial conference that was scheduled for April the 2nd to be delayed so that the court would have time to consider Universal's motion to dismiss this defamation case entirely. In that letter that UMG wrote, they said that Drake had agreed to withdraw certain key allegations. Now, UMG's lawyer didn't say what allegations Drake planned on dropping, but In their letter that they just filed with the judge, they responded to that and said that basically we don't know what UMG is talking about. And Drake's lawyers claim that this is just a tactic UMG is using to try to stall that pretrial conference that was scheduled for April the 2nd. In their letter, Drake's lawyer argued that delaying this case any further would
And I ain't gonna hold you up. This the aspect of this beef niggas is sleeping on. Drake being the bitch and he up there doing this little hoe ass shit. And niggas kind of like pushing this shit sweeping it under the rug and like acting like they forgot about it when it's an ongoing case. This is big, bro, in hip hop. Really, to think about it. You know, I always knew Drake was a bitch, bro, but I ain't know to this extent. So I'm kind of just, disappointed with the little bit of like little minced dice piece of respect I had for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that shit completely gone, bro. But let's continue.
Fairly prejudiced Drake, who is quote unquote still suffering from UMG's alleged smear campaign. He said at the same time UMG has been delaying here, UMG launched new campaigns to further spread the defamatory content, not like us, including at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. He also wants UMG to begin the process of turning UMG has been delayed further, would unfairly try to stall that pretrial conference that was scheduled for April the 2nd. In their letter, Drake's lawyer argued that delaying this case any further would unfairly prejudice Drake, who is quote unquote still suffering from UMG's alleged smear campaign. He said at the same time UMG has been delaying here, UMG.
So I'm just not getting it. What was Drake's song? What was Drake's shit? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a smear campaign? Cause he literally had a song where he called Kendrick a fucking woman beater. So I'm like, I don't see how what Kendrick said was really a fucking smear campaign. That's the crazy part, man. So let's continue.
He launched new campaigns to further spread the defamatory content, not like us, including at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. He also wants UMG to begin the process of turning over any evidence related to the case, so discovery. And this is something that they have refused to do, or at least resisted doing up until this point. In fact, on the letter that UMG filed Friday, they said that the discovery would be premature given the state of the case. Drake's lawyers argue against that in their letter.
We ain't even about to look at the whole damn thing, because I just be looking at his content. And I fucks with dude content, but I'm just saying, like, all his research and shit, making content out of it. Like, dude did some deep research, and yeah, bro, that's some whole ass shit by Drake, bro. That's all I really can say. He done really sued a nigga over a rap song, bro. It ain't no coming back from that. And niggas are still try to spin that shit. You know, oh, he protecting his, he doing, what the fuck was he doing when he was dissing Kendrick? It's my question. Oh, man, let me see. This nigga always funny. He from Detroit, too, comedian CP, so let's see what he talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll make music in a closet if I have to. So I use samples because, I play drums, but I don't really have space in my room for a drum kit. But I can still hear.
That's a good mic. Well, let's go. Let's see what comedian CP talking about up in this bitch.
It's all good, man. You know, I've been in LA for a minute, man, trying to stay drug-free. And by drugs-free, I mean white drugs. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because real talk, bro. Look, you don't want to be the first in your family to do no drugs. Flat out, because you don't know how it's going to do your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? I see my uncles and my family survived our three. We got alcohol, weed, and crack. I know for a fact I can smoke a rock and survive. Like, if I just had to smoke a rock, I know for a fact I can smoke a rock and I'll just be walking around a lot. I know that. I know I'm going to get my steps in off a rock. I got an uncle, man. This nigga crackhead. First of all, crackheads be bringing home different kind of friends.
And that's deep, bro. Like, everything getting censored, bro. Like, they censoring everything. And it's like, it's not so much that it's censored to the point you can't say it at all. But if you say it, it's your channel not really gonna pop up in the algorithm like that. Like my channel, for example. I be saying whatever, nigga. How the fuck, whatever I feel, dog. I'ma say it however I feel, and if it don't get in the algorithm, don't get in the algorithm. If it get in the algorithm and y'all fuck with me, you know, like, subscribe, and share. But with that being said, yeah, they censoring everything. You know, the F word. I'm saying F word because this on live. I can't even really, you know, risk it right now because I won't know if they stop the video until after I get off of here and shit. But let's go back and see what CP talking about some more. You know, I just hate that they censoring, you know, the heads.
I got an uncle, man. This nigga a crackhead. First of all, crackheads be bringing home different kind of friends. He got a homeboy named Mike. Nigga, no arms. He lost his arm trying to steal somebody's motor. Famous line, I almost had that mother. This nigga got a girlfriend named Michelle. They met at the meeting that you go to when you lose your limbs quick and you can still feel them.
Oh.
Yeah. It's called Phantom Hugs. That's the name of the group. You know what I'm saying? PH.
Phantom
He met
Hugs.
Michelle there. It's real shit. And they fell in love. She in the wheelchair. She like, he my legs, I'm his arms. You know? You ever see somebody that shouldn't have a better relationship than you? Have a better relationship than you? He brought her over for dinner, nigga. She was feeding this nigga, rubbing his chest and shit. And I looked at my bitch like, damn, for real? Like, I got arms. I can't get a hug, bro, this motherfucker. She feeding this nigga. Only thing is, Michelle got that Mike back drinking. Cause she be putting the liquor up to his mouth. He used to, you know, nobody would give him a drink back, you know, before she got there. Now she there, she be having a drink Hennessy out the straw. And they get to arguing, shit be toxic. Police get called, you know how that go, young relationships. One day I went over there and the police got called and she was knocked out her chair. She was on the ground talking to the police and he was over in the corner all emotional. I'm like, yo, talk to me, officer, what's going on? You know, talk to me. He's like, man, look, we got a report. He was putting his hands on her. I'm like, officer, look at that. You think he really gonna put his hands on her? He said, I realize that, but that ain't the problem. The problem is that he won't stop bragging about it. Then I listen. This nigga, yeah, then I slapped the bitch. Write that down. Then I choked that heifer. Write that down, please.
Oh, I got the hiccup like a motherfucker. Worst time.
Your time matters. So let us automate the manual tasks while you focus on your clients. Meet Bill for Accountants, your platform for AP, AR, spend and expense, and cash flow forecasting. Join the over 8,000 firms that already love Bill, including 85 of the top 100
That was
U.S.
funny though. That nigga funny as always, bro. Let me pause that. Let me see what else we got going, man. I should hit up see what's going on Instagram real quick. I know Instagram, that shit, Instagram, you damn near get blocked, bro. Cause like, well, me at least, cause I go on here, you know what I'm saying? It just, okay, Cuzzo, that's Cuzzo stunting with the cigar and the $80 lighters. What we got here? Cheater, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what's going on. A cheater, but I'm 100% did some cheating shit. Loyalty is
my
dead.
girl just beefing, and I'm just in that moment right now.
I already got my money, so I don't give a if you leave or not. You can
I
leave.
ain't tripping on all the $60. They ain't about nothing. I'm just saying, like, I ain't never did this before.
So you a virgin?
I ain't no virgin. I ain't none of that. Like, I don't know, man. Matter of fact, my girl might be outside following me or something. I don't know.
You starting to scare me.
Scared you.
You been stalling.
She out there. You need to be scared. I ain't stalling.
Is you the feds?
I'm
You
far
about to do a
from it.
bust?
Far from it.
Okay, I remember this video.
Man, that's
But thinking about this, like, okay, she in a relationship with somebody and she out here trying to sell pussy. The way she going about it, I'd be skeptical too, bro. The pacing back and forth, like, and I don't pay for pussy, and like what he said about, you know what I'm saying, he ain't never did that shit before. I can imagine not doing that shit before, and your first time about to, pay chick to, get down and stuff. She pacing back and forth, and she kind of like pushing you to hurry up and shit or whatever. I'd be like, you know what? Let me get that 60 back. I don't know about you. You too eager. You too eager. But let's get back to it.
They dropped a bomb on our family. They locked us up.
Dang, that's wild. But we're going to get back to that after we look at the rest of this.
Come on, you know what?
Let me check to see if you the feds.
Let me check, see.
Do what you do, ain't none of that. Check, man. Now you know what? Let me find my condom, man. Cause
Please find something.
Then, okay. That's crazy. She patting the seat feet. What do you want? And it's like, you're trying to show the disloyalty of her, but you supposedly got a girl at home that supposedly followed you, bro. Like, it's just weird, bro. It's just a weird society we live in where it's just the norm to be a slut bucket. And I mean on both ends, whether you a man or a woman. It's like cool in society to be a fucking slut bucket. Just out here being unfaithful and just being a piece of shit type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But it's going on. It's going on.
It's up for 41 years for something we didn't do.
Oh, wait.
Janet,
I ain't finished that. I keep pressing space because I'm so used to YouTube.
Dude, let me get this out the way. I don't need no shot.
You need something. Act like you motherfucking
I don't need none of that.
Act like you been here before.
I don't fuck from that.
God damn. What the f is at the door?
Hold on, wait, chill out. That mother partner.
Your partner? No, this ain't, we not doing no motherfucking train. You ain't pay for all that.
Where am I issue?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we doing?
She left right out of there. Okay, so what was the point of having this video you shooting around, Lil Truth? What's the fucking
Africa's
point, bro?
12-year-old daughter, Delisha, was one of 11 people killed in the 1985 bombing targeting the Black liberation group MOVE. She was told that her child's remains had been turned over to relatives, but all this time, those remains have been at the University of Pennsylvania's museum. Museum workers found them on Tuesday as they were conducting inventory.
Things that we heard that they did to our family's remains are horrifying.
In 2021,
Weird,
the
man.
University of Pennsylvania admitted to keeping the bones of at least one victim. There was
Yeah, this the type of shit we be living in. And it's like, when we be aware of shit and we be knowing, like, this type of shit that been going on, they still doing it. Motherfuckers try to say you crazy or, you know what I'm saying, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. Like, a lot of shit people consider conspiracies years ago, it became true. It wasn't a fucking conspiracy. It was just motherfuckers knew what it was. It's a conspiracy until it becomes the truth. But let's continue. What we got here? Cuzzo clowning with the whatever the fuck that is.
Last thing Dr. King ever said to me 5 days, as a matter of fact, before he was murdered, was he was at my home. We had just finished a strategy meeting on the Poor People's Campaign.
Okay.
And he seemed quite agitated after what we thought was a very successful gathering and discussion. And he said to me, I said, what's the matter, Martin? You seem very agitated. He said, well, I am. Because I've come upon a thought that I don't know how to deal with at this moment. I said, well, what is it? He said, we fought long for integration. It looks like we're going to get it. I think we get the laws. He says, but I'm afraid that I've come upon something I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house. And when we asked for further clarification, Andy Young was with me at that time, my wife, others. He said, America's lost whatever little moral vision it had. Its moral sense has run away from the nation. And a nation that is not governed by morality and moral principles is a nation that's headed for an abyss. And I think black people...
And it is, dog. Those are prophetic words.
Struggling to get into this system.
That's prophetic words because we live in a moralist society with all of this shit, you know, the alphabet people, laws killing people, this war going on, people killing people. That's because they lack morals, man. The morality of of people's minds is gone. So they just do as they please. They do as thou wilt on some Aleister Crowley type shit. So it's demonic forces, man. Y'all really don't be realizing it, but y'all be agents because y'all assist in the destruction of, you know, society. But let's continue. Damn. All right, let me look at the rest of what he's talking about. Who is this talking? They got it in the caption. Okay, this is the caption right here. Harry Belafonte. I know that was okay. All right, actor.
Maybe getting into a system that in the final analysis is a Sodom and Gomorrah will not work because it's selfish goals. It's
this is Sodom and Gomorrah we living in, for real. Y'all motherfuckers really is in the days of sin. People just sinning and they normalize that shit. Just like I was just looking at the video with the cheating and shit. They normalize that cheating shit. They trying to normalize the P in the alphabets, if you know what the fuck I mean. So once they, you know, pay attention. You know, when you looking at movies and they trying to normalize that shit, like really pay attention to it. Keep doing that shit. I can't help myself. I gotta press space bar.
Need for profit, its need for supremacy, its need to be the best has clouded its moral vision. And with no moral vision, no nation can be healthy enough to lead its people anywhere except to destruction. Last thing Dr. King ever said to me 5 days, as a matter of fact, before he was murdered.
Facts. Destruction.
I was wondering about our yesterdays and digging through the rubble.
My nigga Gil Scott here.
And to say the least, somebody went to a...
If y'all know, y'all know. This story? Oh, his story. Okay.
A hell of a lot of trouble. To make sure that when we looked things up, we wouldn't fare too well. And we would come up with totally unreliable pictures of ourselves. But I've compiled what few facts I could, I mean, such as they are, to see if we could find out a little bit of something. And this is what I got so far. First, white folks discovered Africa. They claimed it fair and square. Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody because, hell, there wasn't nobody there. And white folks brought all the civilization because there wasn't none around. How could the folks be civilized when wasn't nobody writing nothing down? And just to prove all of their suspicions, well, didn't take too long. They found out that there were whole tribes of people in plain sight running around with no clothes on. That's right. The men, the women, the young, and the old righteous folks covered their eyes.
And no time was spent considering the environment. Hell no, this just wasn't civilized. And another piece of information they had, or at least this is what we were taught, is that unlike the civilized people of Europe, these tribal units actually fought. And yes, there was some crude implements, and yes, there was primitive art, and yes, they were masters of hunting and fishing, and courtesy came from the heart. And yes, there was love and medicine, religion, intertribal communication by drum.
But no paper, no pencils, and no other utensils, and hell, these folks never even heard of a gun. And this is why the colonies came, to stabilize the land, because the dark continent had copper and gold, and the discoverers had themselves a plan. They would discover all the places with promise. You didn't need no titles and deeds. Then they would appoint people to make everything legal, to sanction the trickery and greed. And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back.
And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach.
Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East. There are examples galore, I assure you.
In this deep, I'm going to let him finish.
But if interpreting were left up to me, I'd be sure every time folks knew this version wasn't mine, which is why it is called His Story. I was wondering...
Fire. You know what I'm saying? I got to react to some Gil Scott Heron. I listened to a few of his songs and his poetry. Amazing. Extravagant writer. You know what I'm saying? He was amazing.
Yo, before we get into this, man, from what y'all just seen, if that's y'all in that situation and that's your...
There have been an average of 2 plane crashes a week under the Musk-Trump.
The same people who...
Oh, wait, we're gonna go back up, but that video was wild, man. Yeah, she busted the glass on the window. Girl wasn't supposed to get out and shoot her. If y'all ain't see that video, I mean, you might can Google it and find an actual video, but obviously this YouTube, even if I wanted to make a video solely on that, I couldn't show the contents of what actually happened, the whole thing, but you heard it. Gunshots went off and shit, but yeah, that's a wild situation. He was asking, what would you do? First and foremost, I wouldn't be in that situation because I don't be fucking with extra loud ass, ratchet ass, you know, out of this world, stereotypical hood rat type women. I don't fuck with them, you know. But for those you do, I ain't hating on it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be a humble. You know, I had to learn something about myself, you know, why relationships haven't worked in the past like that. Because what I was interested in or what I always kind of gravitated towards or what gravitated towards me was hoes. You know, hoes are fun. You know what I'm saying? You always have a good time with hoes, you know what I'm saying? But I only had one chick that was just born, you know what I'm saying? And that's the chick I loved. And I still got love for her to this day, even though I ain't talked to her since we was together. But she wasn't with the world, you know what I'm saying? At the time of me fucking with her, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, like, it seems like women more easily influenced by the world than men, but it's a lot of men that's lost in the world as well. But the women that are easily influenced of the world, they're more into those type of men, you know what I'm saying, that's in the world, you know what I'm saying, as far as the Pookies, the Ray Rays and all them and shit, you feel me? Rather than the niggas that try to, you know, learn something and gradually, you know, build their life up. But let me see what this lady talking about.
The audacity to tell us that we are poor countries. They are taking trillions out of Africa every year. And what is the African doing? Like an obedient, programmed black man, we just give in. And then one might say, why is it that African leaders haven't done anything about this?
This facts, but why this look like a movie? What movie is this?
Deplorable situation? Well, let me tell you, my brother and sister, they have tried. Documented to this day, 22 coups where leaders were assassinated. The first 7, when they decided they were pulling out of the CFA and that they're going to print their own money, they were assassinated.
Oh. And that right there, the one person that I can think of that she's talking about, Muammar Gaddafi. They took him up out of there because he was trying to print, you know, make gold a primary currency for Africa, which would have made them the richest motherfucking country. They are automatically, because that's where everybody getting their resources from, but they would have been, like, just from currency, been the richest fucking country. They would have been the richest, you know what I'm saying? So they got Gaddafi up out of here, and that was under Obama administration, which was crazy, you know what I'm saying? They got him up out of there, man. Got, you know,
every time in
power to that brother. But let's continue. Let's get back to that.
The same people who have the audacity to tell us that we are poor countries. They are taking trillions out of Africa every year. And what is the African doing? Like an obedient, programmed black man, we just give in. And then Someone might say, why is it that African leaders haven't done anything about this deplorable situation? Well, let me tell you, my brother and sister, they have tried. Documented to this day, 22 coups where leaders were assassinated. The first 7, when they decided they were pulling out of the CFA and that they're going to print their own money, they were assassinated. Every time an African leader has tried to do what's best for their country, they were assassinated. Majority of them aided by France, who felt that when there was a natural resource discovered in one country, they wanted to create a coup. So while the country is thrown into a civil war, they're siphoning the natural resource. The same people who have the audacity.
Dr. Erikana Chohambare. Am I saying that right? Chohambare? Okay. Dr. Erikana Chohambare. She speaking some facts.
What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Motherfuckers don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that.
What you want to
do? Shit, we can do whatever, but can I please smoke first?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You got a blunt?
I got something to smoke on.
Oh, who's gonna grab an ashtray for? You trying to get up there immediately, huh?
Start freaking a black and mild.
I know that's not what I think it is. She said she came to get high. She's trying to die. I done let a grown man into my house. I'm about to call the police. This weasel gotta go.
You know, it's crazy though, cause I usually don't see white people smoke black and milds, bro. But today I was walking up, I was downtown, and I was walking. I was just smelling. I'm like, damn, it smells like a fucking black and mild. White dude right in front of me smoking that bitch. I'm like, and that smoke just hit me. I'm like, where that shit coming from? White dude from me smoking a black and mild. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's continue.
Question about she gonna have to seek help and she won't find it here. You not finna keep smoking carbon monoxide in my house. She really in here smoking a black and mild plastic tip. Who raised you, dumpster lip? She done had me go get this ashtray and she got one on her face. That mouth a graveyard. You smoke those every day?
Twice a day.
Oh, I'm in here with a whole nigga. Somebody go pick up this fucking convict so she can go back to the yard and get rehabilitated. This a menace to society. Oh, this diabolical. Then this parolee in here ashing on the floor. Gonna suck it up, tobacco sponge.
Yeah, now that's disrespectful. Like, you got people like that, man, that don't have the self-awareness of when they being an inconvenience to other people, man, or they just, you know, inconsiderate, man. Like, even my cousin, bro, like, he do shit, like, he dump guts and shit. Like, he learned to pick them up now because I had got on him about it. Like, I was like, cuz, man. And like how my cousin is, he don't like to be told about himself. And there's people like that, bro. They do ignorant shit or they do some shit, you know, that will be otherwise disrespectful. But you get on them, then they're like, oh no, man, well, I ain't do. Like, he told me he straight up ain't do it. Cause this nigga dump guts on the table and shit. And sometimes, well, back then he used to leave the guts. He'd dump them and leave them on the table. And one morning I woke up, nigga, my bro in here, I see the guts on the table. I didn't even see my cousin because, shit, I was asleep. So when I woke up, I seen the guts. I was like, cuz I was over here. To my bro was like, yeah, he was over here. Oh, you see the guts? I was like, yeah, that nigga should be leaving guts, you know what I'm saying? So next time he came over, I told him about it. Like, hey, look, man, be leaving guts on the table and shit. He like, man, no, that don't be me. He's like, no, because it dog won't do it. And I'm like, all right. And I ain't the type to argue with a motherfucker when I know I'm right. I just be like, all right, whatever. So he did it again. I pointed it out. Like, I didn't even say shit. He started cleaning that shit up. So that's how it is now, you know what I'm saying? But it's just some people that don't be self-aware of shit they be doing that irritating, that they're not supposed to do. Like, if you walk in the house, you see everybody take their shoes off, it should be common sense. Like, let me take my fucking shoes off, you know what I'm saying? But you come in the house with your shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Like I went off into some whole other shit, because some people will dump fucking ashes in your house. Like, you ain't got an ashtray, or in your car, be dumping fucking ashes.
She in here facing a tobacco wood. I'm in here with the nicotine final boss.
Open up a window. There's a sign in here. We hotboxing.
Can't nothing stop this convict. This tobacco monster got barbecue coal lung. She not even in here smoking a black and mild. She in here smoking black and dog pile. She in here smoking shit. Okay, let's regroup. I don't even know why she lit that. She should have opened it up and ate it whole. She need to put her mouth in her pot. This is where this journey ends. Big mama a goner. Then she talking about, do I got a lighter? Light up a toothbrush. I hope she know this a menthol lighter. Put this on your tongue. Then she in here smoking that bitch like it's getting her high. You finna say bye-bye. God finna be called. It's time for me to turn Nicotina loose. Ain't nobody trying to...
That's why I had to... Well, he said, that's why I had to stop. Really, oh, shit, wow,
that
right
bad.
there.
Hey, you ready to go?
Go ahead.
But like what I was saying, I used to smoke blacks first. I smoked cigarettes too, but when I used to smoke blacks, I was smoking like a pack of them bitches a day. And eventually, you know, somebody told me like, man, one black is like 20 cigarettes. So I was like, fuck, let me try cigarettes. I ain't like them at first. Started smoking them bitches for years. Then I just quit them bitches because it was like, them bitches ain't worth it. You're not really getting high, you know what I'm saying, as far as black or a cigarette. So it's just like, and going deeper though, if some people don't know this, cigarettes are cigars, okay? They're small, they're cigars made for women. That's why cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So men supposed to smoke cigars, women supposed to smoke cigarettes. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You want to smoke cigarettes, you know, you might got female tendencies. Fucking with you. Oh yeah, shit real. Damn. The store owner? Store owner. Oh, this shit is a scary movie.
We just want my mama play this shit in line. My mama's gonna bake it.
Dog. What? These niggas got bats? What the fuck? Talking about only in Bankhead. This shit happened a lot of places. These kids shoot.
No, they don't fuck the show up, man.
Those were some kids too.
No.
Dude, call the police. You ain't about to do shit. He had the perfect opportunity to close the. He had the perfect opportunity. These kids. Look at dude. He came in to grab some chips and shit. Yeah, these kids, man. What happened? Now the other little kid came in there tripping. I'ma just guess. Like the oldest one, the one that came in with the white and black, the black and white, I mean, he gotta be at least 15, 16 years old. He's not 17, 18, nothing like that. These is kids, bro. But man, we was wilding like a motherfucker when we was kids too, bro. But the difference is, bro, it's cameras right now, and people get to make judgment. You know what I'm saying? Get to make judgment on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this risky. You know, these young niggas could get killed. You know, it's consequences behind actions. All this shit recorded too. Now y'all about to go to juvie. All this shit, bro. Like, yeah, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the shit. You know, I'm just thinking like, we ain't never did no shit to this extent. Like tear up nobody's store. Like I done got into it with store motherfuckers before. Like I remember a store motherfucker pulled a shotgun out on me, dog. Like I was with this chick I used to fuck with named Muscle and shit. And cigarettes was 30 cents. And I was smoking blacks at the time. And blacks was 75 cents. No, matter of fact, they was 50 cent. But they just went up to 75 cent. When I walked in the store, dude like 75 cents, and he was new. He directly from Bangladesh and shit, so he really don't know English like that, but he know enough to, you know, be at the cash register, I guess, whatever the fuck. So I'm like, hey, bro, man, you just charged me 75 cents, bro. These bitches 50 cents. What do you want? He like, no, 75 cents. I'm like, no, like, I just came here yesterday. Them bitches 50 cents. He like, no, dude. So I'm like, no, that's some bullshit. What do you want? No, fuck that. And I'm kind of like going off on him a little bit. Dude locked the door, bro, and pulled a fucking shotgun out from behind the counter, bro. And like, it was a bulletproof glass, so in order for him to shoot me, he would have had to walk around the bulletproof glass, which is up some stairs. What do you want? But I knew the owner of the store, which is this dude named Muhammad. So Muhammad like, oh, Ramon, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, hey, man, I don't know who the fuck this nigga think he is, because I still was going off like this nigga can't kill me, nothing. But I'm young, you know what I'm saying, feeling invincible. I'm like, man, fuck you in that gun, yo bitch ass. I'm like going off on him and shit. Oh, girl, she scared as hell with me and shit, because obviously this nigga pulled a gun out. But I was just talking shit like, hey, look, nigga, fuck you in that gun, you bitch ass nigga. Then, like I say, Muhammad, what's his name? No, it was Abdul. No, it was Muhammad. Muhammad owned the store. Yeah, so Muhammad came up. He was like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, won't do it. So he let me out the store. And he let me get the black for 50 cents. He was like, yeah, man. And he explained to me that, you know, they 75 cents now. He was like, but I still let you get this for 50 cents. I got this shit for 50 cents. And that was that situation. But to actually lead up to this point, hell no, we wasn't doing no shit like that. Not because they were pulling no gun out on us, because we was reckless. But we wasn't just doing senseless shit like this, because even if we was mad at the dude behind the counter, we'd probably get him. Like, we're not about to tear the store up, though. Like, but it's wild. We probably participated in taking some of the shit too.
To ask for something.
When we was young. Cause the little boy got to be an 8, not a 10, 11 that ran in there. He hit himself in the face with a box of chips.
Come on, going crazy on his ass. Man, my mama.
And it's straight up ignorance. Cause I don't know how old the people is that's recording it, but damn. Y'all a disgrace. Y'all a fucking disgrace to humanity, bro. Cause y'all just sat there and record. But they probably kids too. And they happy to see ignorance. You know. This how you know a motherfucker ignorant, bro. When some ignorant shit going down or a big fight, they the hypest. They smiling, they cheesing, they happy. They got that evil spirit in them, dog. Keep those type of people out your life. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because they feed off of that type of energy, bro. It makes them happy. So we can't even see the dude who's recording, but I know he's smiling just like the motherfucker he just showed on the camera. I know he's smiling. He cheesing. You can hear him smiling. Damn. That's right. He had his chance right here. He could have locked his door right there. Hurry up and lock that bitch. Dummy. See? He had his chance. Now you done allowed him to get back in the store. So let's see what's going on.
To ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live? And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim.
And that's the wild part. They want us asking them for their acceptance still. Fuck that. Fuck y'all. You pieces of shit. You sick bastards. The ones that you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get mad at this message if y'all ever hear it. You know. He was speaking real though. Let's go.
Handle Casino.
Let's go.
Every day is your chance.
My bro. This is my homie I grew up with. This girl. My boy.
Mr. Talcove, do you know how much money a day Mr. Musk will receive from the federal government for his contracts?
No.
The answer is $8 million a day. Just last year, Elon Musk was promised $3 billion from close to 100 contracts with the federal government. Ms. Royal, do you know how much the average person in this country who survives on Social Security, one of our seniors who's worked their entire life, about how much they have to survive on a day?
I do not.
$65 a day. We're not looking into Elon Musk's $8 million a day. This subcommittee, chaired by Marjorie Taylor Greene and the House Republicans, is looking into your grandmother's $65 a day. Let me be clear. I think we would all support taxpayer savings, look into money we might needlessly send to billionaires and big corporations, find taxpayer savings, and send it back to your hardworking family. But instead, what House Republicans and the Trump-Musk administration want to do is they want to look into your kids' lunch money, your kids' teacher's salary, into your grandparents' Social Security. They want to take that money and give it out in billionaire tax cuts, and they're talking about that in committee tomorrow, in Budget Committee tomorrow. They just released their plan. So let me be clear. When Republicans talk about government efficiency in this Congress, they're not looking into billionaires who don't pay their taxes. They're not looking into billionaires who get rich off of government contracts. They're not looking into Elon Musk firing watchdogs who are supposed to keep him accountable. They're looking at cutting your public schools. They're going straight for your Social Security. They're coming straight for cancer research. They're coming straight for the Department of Education. They're not looking at big tech. They're not looking at big pharma because those people fund their campaigns. Mr. Talcove, do you know how much?
I would just
like to say to this gentleman.
All that makes sense. Even though I'm not into politics, all that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, about the politics, man, they're all part of the same bird. Two wings, that's part of the same bird. So no matter who they put in position, it's going to be the same issues. I mean, after Trump shit over, it's going to be better health care, better job, more jobs, better education. This the same shit they pitching every election, man. And y'all don't fall, motherfuckers don't fall in line. Like dog, everything repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's going on didn't happen before. And we seen it. You know what I'm saying? Whether in my lifetime, I done lived through Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, now Trump, and Biden. And Trump again. So to see all this shit play out, I'm like, man, they doing the same shit. And y'all falling for it. What makes this system real is y'all belief in it. That's what makes the system real. But let's continue with this.
I would like to say to this gentleman and all other people who are not blessed with melanin at this point in time to understand that what has happened in our history is that you have been misinformed as much as we have been misinformed. Much of the information that is brought forth not only from Dr. Muhammad but other areas, other scholars are not available to you, as the sister said, in your curriculums that you have for 400 years when you did not allow us.
And let me stop this right there. Look at the time when this came out, because I'm pretty sure, because I can hear this shit clear as day, the statically feel of the 80s or the 90s television on a fucking VCR. That's what it sounded like, the staticky. And if you listen closely, you notice some old shit. This before people had the internet on a day-to-day basis to just research and learn whatever. Just based off a reference that you get from somewhere. You feel me? Like, we got it made, bro. We literally can do the research, but in the same sense, they dumbing people down so fucking much. It's like they don't find a sense in researching anything because they just go day by day following whatever the fuck gets thrown in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So, let's continue.
to read and write and was being hidden. Whether you, sir, personally did that or not, it was a legacy that was passed on to you. And I end by saying the Holocaust is simply the greatest atrocity on film. Ours was not filmed.
Yes. Fire. Ours was not filmed, but it also was filmed. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the 60s, as far as some pictures with people being lynched and a whole fucking crowd of, translucent evil fucks staring and smiling in the picture and shit. Like, yeah, it was some proof of the atrocities that was going on.
Yeah, I would just like to say to this gentleman, I would like to say to
So this lady who's shaped like a kickball with arms is suing Lyft because they wouldn't give her a ride. And this is on my timeline. Why? This is news. Why? This isn't anything we haven't seen before. It's just a person suing because of a situation that they put themselves in. The only difference is one of them got themselves in that situation because they weren't disciplined enough to watch what came out of their mouth. And the other person is suing because they wasn't disciplined enough to watch what they put in it.
Yeah.
See, everybody thinks that her problem is her weight, and I don't think that's her problem at all. I think the problem is her grammar.
Yeah, her grammar, whatever he about to get into. This is really a bad look, for her in general. But she had to be from Detroit. I mean, you would expect this shit from somebody from down south, like real shit. And I'm not trying to down y'all down south people, but y'all kind of expect this shit from somebody from Florida or something. Maybe even Ohio, because Ohio lately, man, I've been watching a lot of crime alert shit down, and there's a lot of shit going on in Ohio, bro. That's just wild, bro. Too wild for me to even just talk about right now. But let's get back into this.
She goes around using the wrong verbs. On the Breakfast Club, she says when she looks in the mirror, she sees someone who is fit. And the driver saw her as someone that there's no way they can fit. If she had just switched is and can, she would have been in a way better situation. Some people even said because she sees a fit person when she looks in the mirror that she suffers from body dysmorphia. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's the same delusion we've seen everywhere else. When you look at something and you see something completely different and then you go and talk about it as if you really know what you're talking about, that's no different than white people doing these think pieces on Kendrick Lamar's performance and then dictating to other white people how they don't understand in hopes for black people to look at them as cool and get some type of acceptance all along while they're singing Not Like Us and doing these breakdowns to making themselves seem like they're with it. They're the exact people who Kendrick is talking about and comparing Drake to that aren't like us. The delusion is everywhere. But I'm not going to get on them. It's not like they're the only people who don't see things for what they are. I messed up this weekend too. Apparently, there was a theater that sold tickets for Valentine's Day, a Valentine's Day show in a theater that I wasn't supposed to be at. They used my picture, they used my name, and they sold tickets. My fans went to the show only to find out that I wasn't supposed to be there. So that's me not being on top of my stuff. I should know who's all selling tickets with my name and likeness. To all of my fans who bought tickets to that show, I apologize. And I want everyone to know, if you ever want to see any of my shows, I put the ticket links in my bio here on Instagram. If you do not see them there, it is not.
So we're gonna continue. Not saying Ryan Davis ain't. Ryan Davis funny, but he funny. That's it. He come to Detroit. I might see him. He's worth seeing. Let's see. The year is 1965. Segregation is over, and you finally taste the food y'all was getting beat and bitten by dogs for.
Cause now I'm about to get real.
Okay. He about to be like, okay, let's go. In all honesty, dog. In all honesty, man. Was it known like back was white people cooking horrible back then? You know, really, that's a really good question. Cause I know my grandma could cook her motherfucking ass off. She grew up from that time. She was born in the 1930s, and this was the best food on earth, man. Like, God rest my granny's soul, bro, cause she was mean as a motherfucker. All right, but she made sure you ate. If she didn't know you and I brought you over, you was gonna eat. She was like, "Did you eat?" Even if you didn't eat, she making you a fuck. If you did eat, she's still making you a plate. Take it home with you. That's how my granny was, dog. She could fucking cook, bro. So, were white people back then cooking good? You know what I'm saying? At the restaurants that we was actually fighting for. So this is a good, way to look at the shit. But let me continue. See what we got next, man.
You can leave out this way.
What's his dad?
Come with me. You've been banned. We're gonna ban you again.
You gonna ban me again?
This way.
Oh, for real? So I was
For real?
interviewing this guy, Richard Barnett. He's the guy who put his feet up on Pelosi's desk at January 6th. I was about to interview him, but he's getting kicked.
So he want to interview the guy from the insurrection. Now this is my thing, bro. Like, do as you please, bro. But if people look at you sideways for doing certain things, you can't be upset at like the backlash you get, or upset at the people for even looking at you a certain way. Cause the thing about let me go back to January, the January 6th shit. When they did that, like, it was a few, melanated people in there, but majority of the motherfuckers was translucents, right? Somebody got killed, right? Because they was doing some shit. They was killing people. They fucking had guards fearing their life and shit, right? But if there were all black people doing the insurrection, it would have been a massacre. They would have slaughtered everybody out that motherfucker. No ifs, ands, or buts. It just been slaughter. But let's continue, dog. We're gonna see what this guy from the insurrection that put his foot on Nancy Pelosi's desk got to say. And he's free. That would have been a black dude. I'm just saying, his ass would not be free right now.
Well, for the same reason last time.
That's my point. You never answer why. So you're getting banned? So, okay. Me? I'm getting banned? And apparently I am too. Kicking me and him out. Why am I getting kicked out?
You're with that other group, so I think they wanted you kicked out.
We're media.
I think you're going to have to get trespassed now.
But I'm not sure why, because I haven't done anything wrong. No, they welcomed him in this. Hang on. I think Walter's getting kicked out too. So we're being kicked out for no reason. Why are we being kicked out? Do you know why we're being kicked out?
We need to keep walking now.
Okay. All right, so they're kicking us out. No fucking idea why.
Oh no, I have to leave. No, I want to exit that way. I don't want to go out that way.
Because now I'm about to get real frustrated and irritated. Right? You can leave out this way.
That's a great question. I came here to make comedy. I didn't make as much comedy as I wanted to make. But thank you for your concern. We are concerned. We like free speech here, so... Yeah.
Free speech so much that we get kicked out.
The people that run CPAC and the MAGA movement. Yeah. American people. No, wait, why'd they toss y'all? Wait, why'd they toss y'all guys?
Because now I'm about to get real frustrated and irritated.
So, I don't know what that was about. I don't get it. Quit using marijuana. They got books for this. And I'm smoking marijuana right now.
Okay, let's cut one.
His musical hero.
So this goes
why would you
two
need
ways,
a
because
book
you
for
have women out there who are
this like quitting anything. This is my thing about it. You gotta want to do it, obviously, but Quitting is just that simple. Quit. That's it. Just quit. Like, when I was smoking cigarettes in blacks, I just quit. Cigarettes was very, very fucking addictive. And I was just like, I'm good. I don't need no, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But I like smoking weed. I could quit it if I wanted to, but like I stated, you know what I'm saying? You gotta want to first. Let's see what else they got up in here. Melanin empath. Discover the knowledge of melanated beings born with empath energy. That looks like a good read. Melanin empath. Empath and narcissist. The art of letting go. The overthinking in relationships fix. Is your tongue killing you? Swallow correctly. They got a whole book. No homo.
Hero, seen here in a rare movie appearance.
Let me see. Damn, this an hour long? Fuck it. We're gonna make this a 2 hour long video.
Was Roy Hamilton.
Roy Hamilton. History, what they don't tell you about Elvis. Yeah, Elvis was
an
a bitch.
obscure R&B singer who greatly influenced Elvis's vocal style.
Oh shit!
Roy had a record
He
called
stole that
I'm Gonna
nigga
Hold
whole
On
shit.
Tight and Don't Let Go.
Well, I wouldn't stop for $1 million.
Elvis stole that nigga whole style.
I just hold it tight and don't let go.
Hold on tight and don't let go. Elvis goes, that's got to be the bottom part of my voice. And Elvis just grabbed it, okay?
Stole it. Talking about grabbing. Stole that shit. So the real king of rock is not no goddamn Elvis. His mother, Rotothaz, fuck it, just Roy Hamilton.
Hamilton had managed to extend his career by abandoning the youthful energy of his early R&B hits for a measured string of ballads aimed at a more mature audience, as he demonstrates here in the movie Let's Rock.
My father was an amazing balladeer. He had a great operatic.
Them niggas. The nigga was stealing.
Okay, let's cut one.
His
nigga president
Where
was
like I'm
stealing
super
shit.
independent, I get my own money, I'm a boss, but I don't want a 50-50 guy, I want a provider man. So when they meet a 50-50 guy, it's like, you're a bum, you know, you must be broke. Why can't you take care of me? That's the man's job, is to provide for his family, blah, 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 blah. But then when you meet a provider man, it's like, all you want me to be is a housewife and take care of you, your children.
Yeah, you can have it both ways. She's speaking facts.
And then it's like, yeah, you're a male chauvinist, you know, I'm more than that. I can soar, I can do anything a man can do, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, this is both ways. I think both.
Facts.
So this goes two ways, because you have women out there who are like, I'm super independent, I get my own money, I'm a boss, but I don't want a 50-50 guy, I want a provider man. So when they meet a 50-50 guy, it's like, you're a bum. Parties have so much trauma.
You scared people, Huey.
Nigga, I ain't used to losing. Nigga, I need to get some get back, nigga, in a real motherfucking way, bro. Nigga, I get him up with any nigga on this earth, bro. I swear to God, I've never been no coward. Any nigga that know me, that tell you, nigga, I ain't backing down for shit. Nigga, beat my ass. Nigga, I ain't used to losing. Nigga, I need to get some get back, nigga, in a real motherfucking way, bro. Nigga, I get him up with any nigga.
He will make you look like a damn monster. American me when it suits, because America.
Wow, just saying this shit. I was just saying this about Gaddafi earlier in the video. Just saying this about Gaddafi.
Better with Gaddafi. Come on, brother. Well, come on. Well, I'll just say this. In Libya, number one, Libya under Colonel Muammar Gaddafi had zero debt. They had free education, free health care. If you wanted to go to school abroad, they would give you the money and pay for the tuition, and they would pay for your room and board. When you got married, they would give the family $5,000. If you wanted to own a farm, they would give you all the tractors, all the seeds, and the land to till that farm. Gaddafi and the country of Libya was one of the only countries on the planet that had zero debt, was completely free to do whatever they wanted to do. And that's why they called him a dictator, because he would not allow America to have access to that wealth. He was going to create a joint currency using the wealth under the feet of the Libyan people, the gold, the oil, etc., and the wealth of the nearly 50 other countries in Africa, and come together to create a African currency. That money, based on the African worth, would have bankrupted China's yuan. It would have bankrupted America's dollar. It would have bankrupted the European pound. So that was removing total neocolonialism from the planet. And they said, we need to get rid of this now.
And they got rid of him. They got rid of him. They got him up out of there. Like, hey, look, we gotta get him up out of here, cause shit, he fucking up our plans, bro. We gotta keep our power as long as possible. But even with them doing that, they still trying to do it. They still trying to do it, but with other countries involved. So they took him out for that.
Because if he comes to power with those other 50 countries in Africa, we will have to bow to them. Wow. And we do not want to bow to them. Wow. That was what it was about, money.
Facts. And all these people in cahoots, man. It's just like the movies, bro, where you motherfuckers be up there trying to take over the world. This shit is real. Shit's real, bro.
Congresswoman.
And stop other motherfuckers from taking over the world. Because essentially, he was
Elon and Trump are trying to threaten,
and they didn't want to have that much power. But we about to see what that was talking about.
And then intimidate. Are you intimidated?
No.
What's the answer?
Listen, here's the reality. Now, I can't speak for anybody else, but I used to ask myself, if I was a part of the civil rights movement back in the day, what role would I play? Never imagined that I would be able to play this type of role, because we know that they had to fight so that seats like this could exist in the Congress in the first place. So as only the 55th black woman elected to Congress, knowing that people fought for what they could not see, I think that I owe it not only to the generation.
Then if you think about that, only the 55th. You know, about Congress women, I don't know how that go, but I believe it's a lot way they get elected way more than, you know, presidents and shit.
That came before me, but the generations that are coming behind me. If they could risk their lives, if they could be jailed, if they could be beaten, and do it all for somebody that they never knew would exist, known as Jasmine Crockett, then I can do just a little bit by making sure that I raise my voice. And to be perfectly honest, I know that they all talk about how Christian they are, but I am the child of a preacher, and I am going to say that God has not given me a spirit of fear. So I will not be intimidated. I will not be scared. I know that what I am doing is right, no matter how they try to persecute me, no matter how many lies they put out against.
I don't know what she pushing. DL liked it and all of that, but hopefully she ain't pushing none of that.
One thing that keeps me puzzled, despite having studied finance and economics at the world's best universities, the following question remains unanswered. Why is it that 5,000 units of our currency is worth 1 unit of your currency, where we are the ones with the actual gold reserves?
Okay, yeah, Africa, okay.
It's quite evident that the aid is in fact not coming from the West to Africa, but from Africa to the Western world. The Western world depends on Africa in every possible way, since alternative resources are scarce out here.
She's speaking real shit. I seen this video before. Yeah, Africa got all the resources in America. Shit, even as a person that's born and raised here, I already know of the system. Because they try to say the people that's living here that's black, they got this sense of victimhood. But you see what they doing over in Africa. They taking y'all resources. They doing divide and conquer amongst people in y'all land. However, you know what I'm saying? And that's no hate. You know, I don't want to divide us even more because it's enough division. But we need to come. We got to add. We got to come together. But with that being said, let's continue.
So how does the West ensure that the free aid keeps coming? By systematically destabilizing the wealthiest African nations and their systems, and all that backed.
And might I add, this is a beautiful African woman.
By huge PR campaigns, leaving the entire world under the impression that Africa is poor and dying, and merely surviving on the mercy of the West. Well done, Oxfam, UNICEF, Red Cross, Life Aid, and all the other organizations.
Facts. They did a portrayal for us Americans to look at Africans in a certain light, and they gave Africans a certain portrayal to look at Black Americans in a certain light. So she's right. Plan executed perfectly. You know, where majority, you know, of the masses, they believe whatever, you know, picture they, you know, was framed in front of them. Like, okay, look, this how it is over there. And it's a frame over there for them, for us. Like, oh, that's how they is over there. They're lazy. This, that, and other.
That continuously run multi-million-dollar advertisement campaigns depicting charity porn to sustain that image of Africa globally. Ad campaigns paid for by innocent people under the impression to help with their donations. While one hand gives under the flashing lights of cameras, the other takes in the shadows.
In the shadows, facts.
We all know the dollar is worthless.
Yeah.
While the euro is merely charged with German intellect and technology.
Okay.
And maybe some Italian pasta. How can one expect donations from nations that have so little? It's super sweet of you to come with your colored paper in exchange for our gold and diamonds. But instead, you should come empty-handed, filled with integrity and honor. We want to share with you our wealth and invite you to share with us. The perception is that a healthy and thriving Africa would not disperse its resources as freely and cheaply, which is
Facts.
logical.
Facts. But they getting bullied. They don't got no motherfucking army strong enough to go against the USA, the division, you know what I'm saying, that shit. On top of that, the Asians also taking part in, you know, buying up a lot of Africa and shit. So it's just, even Saudi Arabians, they probably got a hand in that shit too. So it's all fucked for black people on each corner of the earth, man. Like, where we even have resources that's really belong to us. Like, God placed that here for us. Y'all raping and pillaging that shit. So, you know, it really is like some Edomite type shit. It's like, and like, America really like on some Sodom and Gomorrah type shit, bro. And what I mean, like Edomite, you know, against Jacob type shit. Like, that's what it's like, bro. Even though the Canaanites, you know, and the Israelites are two different tribes, you know, we look similar. So, but I ain't gonna get too deep into that. Let's continue though, man.
Of course, it would instead sell its resources at world market prices, which in turn would destabilize and weaken Western economies.
Oh yeah, we
established on the post-colonial free meal system. Last year, the IMF reports that 6 out of 10 of the world's fastest growing economies are in Africa, measured by their GDP growth.
Okay.
The French Treasury, for example, is receiving about $500 billion year in, year out. Foreign exchange rate.
And not to cut that shit off again, but like, bro, this is bravery right here. She's saying this shit in a room full of motherfucking people that's descended from colonizers, bro. So it's just like, wow.
Reserves from African countries based on colonial debt they forced them to pay.
Beautiful.
Former French President Jacques Chirac stated in an interview recently that we have to be honest and acknowledge that a big part of the money in our banks comes precisely from the exploitation of the African continent. In 2008, he stated that without Africa, France will slide down in the rank of a third world power. This is what happens in the human world, the world we have created. Have you ever wondered how things work in nature? One would assume that in evolution the fittest survives. However, in nature, any species that is overhunting, overexploiting the resources they depend on as nourishment, natural selection would sooner or later take the predator out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it offsets the balance.
Damn.
One thing that keeps me puzzled, despite having studied finance and economics at the world's best universities, the following question remains unanswered. Why is it that 5,000 units of our currency is worth...
Yeah, that's where it started over. Okay, but I'm like, damn, how long is it? I was just about to ask, how long is that damn video? That's a long video.
You know one thing, bitch, don't ask me for a goddamn thing, motherfucker. Don't ask me for nothing, because I don't play this bullshit. Don't worry about it, man. I don't like that. I don't go with this shit. Fuck you, get your black ass to your mama house. You goddamn, we don't get motherfucking shit in my goddamn head, motherfucker. You out there know what you're doing, you're lying. So I don't fuck with you.
Got that nigga looking like Viscera. And he like, bitch, he going crazy. And that's sad, bro. Like, look. It's sad. You don't call your daughter no bitch, bro. You don't do that. I don't care what she doing. Don't call her no bitch. She get too wild, distance yourself and keep your peace. But you ever get to that point, you gotta call her a bitch. But you need to chill out. But let's continue.
Well, don't fuck with you.
You don't like
man,
it?
Kiss my motherfucker.
And she obviously used to him calling her a bitch. That's sad though.
This
Really
morning,
sad.
a popular
It's supposed to be funny though, but it's sad.
women's panty liner accused of containing.
That's female tendencies for a man to call a woman a bitch. They poison us, but want us to lead a cervical cancer is caused by a virus passed on to it by a man. Oh, it's coming out. Could contain coming on this. Known to cause.
A chemical known to cause cancer. This is according to a new lawsuit which was filed yesterday in Los Angeles. A lab test showed the Carefree panty liner contains forever chemicals that don't break down easily. Exposure has been linked to multiple health issues, including immune system damage, developmental defects, and increased risk of some cancers.
Protect the women.
That the company eliminated.
And it's not like just our women. It's just women in general. If this is true, and they got chemicals in the panty liners that's fucking up women, dog. Like in general, this fucking crazy.
These chemicals from the panty liner.
Take it off the shelf.
Warning label on its packaging.
Warning.
The owner of Carefree panty liners has not responded yet.
He need to respond.
This morning, a
No, they like fuck that. What more respond for? We put the warning on there. That's what they on. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
What?
I'll tell you this. Whatever
the
prize wasn't worth it. It was not worth getting that deep into character. Oh my God. They were just slurping away, just going at it. Taking it, hand twist and everything. Their eyes rolled up to the back. What sound does a deer even make? I just know it's not worth it. It just can't be.
That's fucking
with a live
ridiculous,
audience.
dog.
Who's buying tickets for the
People
deer
probably-
calling
and
competition.
Some weird motherfuckers.
Unless it was satire. Hey, let's go to the deer hunting.
Oh shit, I fucked up. It's some weird shit in this world, bro. So it's people
competition. They
really.
gonna do
I can see
they gonna-
some weird fucker paying for this shit. Like fuck it, let me go look at some deer hunting deer calling championships. I'm about to pay $20 to see this. And look, there's a crowd behind here, dog. Look. There's literally a crowd of people watching this shit.
Do the double-handed salt shaker McTwist 5000 and we can giggle. Or are there people that just like, yeah, that would call a deer that's further away than this guy? You know, what are they better sounds? Who can make a crispier gawk call or whatever it's called? The gawk call. GAWKCALL.
Dog.
The gawk call.
This why I guess
What is it
this
about?
why niggas really don't be hunting like that. They gotta call deers like this.
Like who's more like convincing? If I close my eyes, this guy definitely sounds like he's sucking a deer off. Is it about who can trick a deer better? Who can make a deer bust fastest? Like what? What is this? Also,
ridiculous.
You gotta rethink the design. I get it. I understand if you're a hunter and you're hunting deer, calling for a deer and having a device that makes a deer sound makes sense. Maybe if I call them, they'll come here, I shoot them, and then I do whatever I do with the deer body. Have sex with it, eat the meat. I don't know what these freaky ass people are doing with the deer body, the deer carcass.
They eating the deer, nigga. I think they eating the deer. Is they eating the deer?
Rethink the design.
That is. That's a good question. Oh shit, we going back to that. We're going back to that. Damn. Sorry, dog. Let me go back to that, dog. I'm gonna go back to that. That shit got intense.
Oh dear. I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh, it started over. Damn.
Whatever the prize was, wasn't
We're
worth
gonna go
it.
to the next video, bro.
Going to jail for ag assault.
Phoenix PD on another bender. A new notice of claim accuses Phoenix officers of breaking a 16-year-old's wrist after telling his dad he could beat the teen. What the fuck?
I can't physically force him to get into anywhere. Until, you know what I mean? He does this weird thing. He runs that.
Well, you can. You're just choosing not to.
I don't know. I mean,
You
does
drag
that-
him.
Really?
You drag him. You hit him. He's his child. He only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. So if you wish to beat him, you can beat him. You wish to belt him, belt him.
Upstairs. He said, you wish to beat him, beat him. He telling you discipline your child, bro. I feel him on that, but like, I see the title saying broken wrist. That's kind of far. That's kind of far.
Officers meet Sergio. Video shows the teen asking officers if his dad can hit him. They tell him it's okay.
Actually, he was looking at your dad should beat you. Other than sending you to the hospital, your dad should beat you. Anything in your room is gone.
Officers taking Sergio's phone. When he reaches for it,
He said that little motherfucker a douchebag. He need his ass whooped, bro. You should have raised him right. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm just judging. It looked like they well off in life, and his son probably a douchebag.
taking him to the ground.
This isn't just about one teenager. This is about a culture in the Phoenix Police Department that allows actions like this to go unanswered.
Going to jail for ag assault.
Damn, that I gotta see the whole video. Shit, let me see, dog. I probably can find this shit. Let me look back on YouTube. Cause that shit was too short. Let's see what we got, man. Cause if he broke his arm, he deserved it. Probably. He probably. Oh shit. Let's see. Breaks arm. Wrist. Yeah, we go right here. It's just the whole thing though, cause that video looked like it was about that long.
Before Married America, Amy was struggling
Well, I
financially.
see this
as a
nigga a
single
douchebag,
parent.
y'all.
She worked as a truck operator, and like 53
Hold on,
million other
okay.
Americans, felt stuck in low-wage work
The
with no
reactor
way to move
ID
up.
just for my dog. Let me see.
Married
what this
America
is.
helped her build her new professional skills and technical
Somebody
expertise, all from home
got the
without
best rap
sacrificing
verse.
time with her daughter. 5 years later, Amy has tripled her salary, and she's got a career journey she's proud of. Change
Okay,
your story
I'm
with
gonna
Married
react to
America.
these songs or whatever he sent. That was a minute ago. We're gonna get back to that in a second. But let's see something.
Taxes was paying the
Maybe
price.
really want motherfucker to get that
Every
that premium.
single.
Dog.
A father who called Phoenix.
I did have premium. I'm mad I don't have premium. Nigga, no commercials was the best. But I'm broke now. Support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hit that motherfucking Cash App up real quick. I'm overdrafted on that bitch, but you know, the more y'all Cash App, the more, you know, it'll get over the overdraft. But let's go.
A father who called Phoenix police for help disciplining his child. By the time officers left the home, the teenager was headed to the hospital, bloodied and with a broken wrist. A teenager now taking steps to file suit against the officers and the city of Phoenix.
He a smart ass teenager.
A 16-year-old bloodied in his own home, eventually diagnosed with a broken wrist. But how
Beat
did we
his
get here?
ass. Let's see how we got here.
January of 2024. Officers responding to a home in Phoenix.
Because I'm going to be unbiased. If he deserved this. If he deserved it, he deserved it. But if he didn't, he didn't. You disrespecting your daddy in the first place where the police even had to get involved. I think you deserved it. But let's go.
Where a father accused his teenage son of hitting him, part of a trend of misbehavior.
Oh, his dad. Oh, he hit his daddy. His daddy. Oh, my God. Daddy was supposed to beat the fuck out his son. That's how the officer was right, bro, from what I heard so far.
Behavior.
I can't physically force him to get into anywhere. You know what I mean? He does his own thing. He runs that.
Well, you can. You're just.
He runs the house. Oh my God. This nigga acting like a abused wife. You supposed to be beating the shit out of his ass. Show him like who you talking to. And with that righty tighty and that lefty loosey, nigga. He looked like a fucking linebacker. I don't know why he ain't beating his ass.
Choosing not to.
How though? I mean,
You
does
drag
it-
him.
Really?
You drag him, you hit him. He's his child. He only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. So if you wish to beat him, you can beat him. You wish to belt him, belt him.
Video
No.
shows the officers telling the father child.
That's why I couldn't be a fucking police officer, because I would have said the same shit. I'd have been like, whoop his ass. Like, look, man, I'm going to be a humbug with you. Whooping your child ass ain't going to fuck them up for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Unless you, like, beating them and you, like, you going overkill and you doing too much, yeah, that's unnecessary. But I'm talking about you whoop their ass when they doing wrong and they learn from it. Because I don't give a fuck what species it is. I believe I can damn near train any animal off of a slight ass whooping. Not a whole ass whooping. And not even necessarily ass whooping. Aggression. To let them know where you stand. Like, hey, look, I'm not going for this bullshit that you think you about to do. So, with that being said, let's continue, man. Let's get this popping.
Services will throw any abuse complaints in the shredder if they see it as discipline. But the father still asks for the officer's help.
Yeah. So can you take his phone then? Can you talk to him? I mean, can that be done?
Upstairs, officers meet Sergio.
Bro, what's going on?
What's up? Hold up, just give me a second.
Just give me a second. That's
He was
not how it
16
works.
in this video, but now he's 18. Video shows the teen asking officers if his dad can hit him. They tell him it's okay.
Actually, he was looking
Your
at me.
dad should beat you. Other than sending you to the hospital, your dad should beat you. Anything in your room is gone.
These officers didn't just fail to protect Sergio, they encouraged child abuse.
No, the fuck they didn't. They did word that shit horribly. In the court of law, they did word it horribly. But, yes, once the daddy got swung on, he should have beat the dog fuck out of his son and let him know, you don't run shit, you little bitch ass hoe. I pay the bills in this motherfucker. But he ain't do that.
Attorney Larry Wolkin is now representing Sergio in a notice of claim against the officers in the city of Phoenix, alleging excessive force.
Ford, what is shocking is not only was there no attempt to de-escalate, the opposite happened.
No, why? Why would it? But I understand he got to speak. He an attorney. But why this nigga look like my man from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? I don't know the dude's name, but the dude from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he shrunk the kids. It wasn't his fault. You know, the kids ran in. Y'all seen it. I don't know. Most of y'all motherfuckers probably never seen it. Y'all probably young as hell.
The officers ratcheted up the situation.
Wolkin is talking about...
Wait, hold on. Was that a clip-on tie? You know, I might be tripping. I don't know. Dude should have had a better tailored shirt where it's right on his neck. Because the nigga neck fat look weird. Like right there. Look at the neck fat. It look weird as hell. It look like a finger wrapped around his goddamn, coming up from out of his shirt. Should have had one on there. That nigga suit look old. He just trying to get a case. That's what I think. I think he just trying to get a case.
The situation.
Wolkin is talking about this moment. Officers taking Sergio's phone. When he reaches for it, taking him to the ground.
This isn't just about one teenager.
Yes, it is. About one fucking teenager. Black teenagers don't get this. You know what I'm saying? Daddy probably would have got fucking arrested too. Fucking around, calling the police. But, yeah. We don't see what happened right there. You know what I'm saying? Because once he grabbed the phone, we see him moving. And the teenager looked like the aggressor. And also, if we go back, the teenager looked slightly bigger than the officer. Yes. He's definitely bigger than the officer. The officer's looking up at him. So maybe he felt some type of way.
This is about a culture in the Phoenix Police Department that allows actions like this.
Nigga, you trying to get a
to
check.
go unanswered.
The police report says Sergio pushed an officer.
And he been stressing, man. Look at the top of his head. He been stressing. You see this? Stress. Stress. This down here, age. This nigga threw some Just for Men on top of this shit. That's why this a whole different color than the rest of this gray shit down here. This Just for Men. Why are you throwing Just for Men for this? Nigga, you gotta add Bosley's on top of this, bro. I don't know what he was thinking, but let's continue.
The police report says Sergio pushed an officer, but Wolkin says charges were dropped and says the incident left Sergio with 5 stitches and a broken wrist.
They shouldn't have dropped the charges. See, if it was a black boy, y'all would have gave that nigga them charges. But since it's Sergio, he ain't getting no charges. Now y'all bitch asses getting sued. And I hope Sergio win. You little bitches. Y'all fucked him up because y'all was on a power trip because he disrespecting his father and y'all ain't going for it. And I like that. I like that. I like y'all did that. But at the end of the day, fuck y'all.
While outside in handcuffs, Sergio seemed to already be planning a legal fight.
You're gonna spend some time at the hospital, then you're gonna go to jail.
I'll get some money too.
Yeah, big zero.
Sergio's attorney now says they're willing to settle for $500,000. Over the past week, we reached out multiple times to Phoenix police for comment, asking if this use of force was in policy.
Wait a minute.
We just heard back from them this morning, a spokesperson telling us the incident is pending litigation and pointing us to public records associated with the incident. One police source did tell me there is a Professional Standards Bureau investigation into the incident, and they said staffing issues in this specific precinct have led to less training and oversight for officers. In the newsroom, Fort Hatchet, ABC 15, Arizona.
So you think you know Wicks?
Well, that was ridiculous, bro. And that was a way to fucking end the video, bro. We just seen a lot of shit. If y'all stayed with me the whole time, if y'all didn't, man, and y'all joined in and y'all just ran into the channel, man, like, subscribe, and share straight off the motherfucking rip. You know what I'm saying? In the future, we have other videos like this, man. Just random videos, bro. So just be on the lookout. I know y'all be bored and shit. I be bored too. So fuck it. We bored together. We're gonna look at some shit together. And I'm gonna add my 2 cents, my knowledgeable content, whatever. But at the end of the day, this is what we doing. So like, subscribe, and share. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga mine, and much love. So, you know, I gotta find where to stop the video. So y'all gonna watch me for a few seconds. Here we go.